From illusions that turn coincidences into signs of destiny to sensations so vivid they make you feel vibrations from a phone that never rang. The human brain holds flaws as bizarre as they are fascinating, and each one reveals that our mind is far less reliable than we think. 1. Apophenia. Have you ever looked at the clouds and sworn you saw a smiling face? Or suddenly thought that a car's license plate had a secret message just for you? That's apophenia, when the brain finds patterns in random things. It may seem fun, but it can also be dangerous. It fuels superstitions, gambling, baseless beliefs, and even conspiracy theories. Question: has it ever happened to you that a coincidence felt like a sign of destiny? Well, your brain was just connecting dots that weren't really there. 2. Tetris Effect. After spending hours playing Tetris, you close your eyes and still see the pieces falling. Or, after an entire day in Excel, you dream of spreadsheets. This is the Tetris Effect. The brain keeps repeating intense patterns even after you stop. Truck drivers dream of endless roads. Musicians hear melodies while they sleep. Gamers report seeing images of games hours after shutting off the computer. It shows how the mind keeps processing experiences, influencing dreams, attention, and even addictions. Have you ever closed a game or an app, but your mind kept running it? 3. Cocktail Party Effect. You're at a noisy party, surrounded by voices and music, but if someone says your name across the room, you instantly hear it. That's the cocktail party effect, the brain's amazing ability to filter out irrelevant sounds and capture meaningful information. It's useful for focusing in the middle of chaos, but it also shows how selective we are. While one part of the environment gets all the attention, the rest is simply ignored. How many times have you missed important information because your attention was on another sound or voice? For Prossopanosia, face blindness. Imagine seeing your neighbor every day and not recognizing their face even though you know who they are. That's Prossopanosia, the difficulty or inability to recognize faces. Some cases are mild, others so severe that people can't even recognize close family members. It affects relationships, social identity, and even safety. Some rely on a friend's voice, haircut, or walking style just to recognize them. Now think, what would life be like without the ability to remember faces? 5. Multitasking Ability. You try to reply to a message while attending an online class, and in the end, you realize you didn't pay full attention to either one. The brain isn't truly multitasking. It just switches rapidly between activities, like a computer flipping between tabs. This constant switching leads to loss of focus, more mistakes, and up to a 40% drop in productivity. And worse, it increases stress, anxiety, and the false sense of efficiency. Have you ever finished a busy day of multitasking and felt like you didn't really accomplish anything? Well, it's not your fault, it's your brain. 6. Brainstorming. Have you ever been in a meeting where everyone was supposed to share ideas, but only 1 or 2 people actually spoke? Despite its reputation, brainstorming often blocks good ideas. Social pressure, fear of judgment, and the loudest voices in the room silence the others. In reality, the brain creates better in silence first, then shares later. That's why techniques like brainwriting, where everyone writes ideas before speaking, are much more effective. Have you ever lost a great idea because you were afraid of sounding silly? 7. Phantom Sensations. You feel your phone vibrating in your pocket, but when you check, there's nothing. Or amputees report pain in limbs that no longer exist. These are phantom sensations, when the brain creates physical perceptions without any real stimulus. The body map in the mind remains active, even if the physical part is gone. It reveals the power of neural imagination. To the brain, those sensations are as real as anything else. Have you ever felt your phone vibrate, but there was no notification? 8. Phosphenes. You rub your eyes and see colorful dots, like little explosions of light. These are phosphenes. They appear when visual cells are mechanically stimulated, not by light. Astronauts even report seeing flashes in space, caused by cosmic particles hitting the retina. It shows how the brain can generate vivid visual experiences without any external input. So, next time you rub your eyes, remember, The light you see isn't out there, it's inside your mind. Drop a comment and tell us which of these happens to you the most, and don't forget to hit follow.